Bonjour my loves, I hope you're doing well, I hope you're doing fine. So in today's video, I will be talking about why Tate McRae is still not a main pop girly. So I've been a fan of Tate McRae ever since 2020 when she released her song called Stupid, and ever since that moment when I listened to that song on the radio, I was like, yes, I'm automatically a fan. And now, in 2025, I still wonder, why is Tate McRae not considered as a main pop girly like Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, and the list goes on. And just before I start, I just want to say that this video is not a hateful video at all. It's just a marketing girly who loves pop music sharing her thoughts, and please feel free to tell me what you think in the comments. So the first factor that makes me believe on why Tate McRae is still not a main pop girly is the fact that she doesn't have a strong branding, at least for now, but she's in the right direction with her sports athleisure, with her long brown hair with highlights, and some people may even add her being a dancer, but I feel like even though she's a great dancer, nobody can say otherwise. I feel like for it to be a part of your brand is not enough. Her being a dancer shouldn't be the strong aspect of her branding. It could be a part of it, but it shouldn't be the main thing. Imagine Olivia Rodrigo focusing only on songwriting being the main part of her branding. That would be so ineffective because in today's pop music landscape, it happens that all the pop artists are also songwriters. So it would be like, okay, you're not differentiating yourself enough because there's a lot of artists who are also songwriters. But because right now in the pop landscape that we have, there isn't a lot of pop artists who are also dancers. So that's why Tate McRae is making a difference in the industry, but she shouldn't rely on that, because what if in the following months or years someone else or multiple people come and compete with Tate McRae? Another element that falls under like the branding aspects is people comparing Tate McRae as the next Britney Spears. I am sick and fucking tired of hearing that comparison, and I think and I strongly believe that Tate McRae should stop encouraging people to give these comparisons, even though it's a great fucking thing. Like, someone comparing you to the pop princess of pop history is such a compliment. Like, I'm sure that she is super like happy that people are saying that, but at the same time she shouldn't rely on it, because people will only like you because you remind them of Britney Spears and not because you are Tate McRae. Like, can we let Tate McRae be Tate McRae? And her being like Britney Spears' daughter shouldn't be her branding at all. And I'm tired of people saying that. Even though I know they mean well, it's just hurting her more than being beneficial for her career. I don't know if you all remember, but a similar thing happened with Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift when she first gained recognition with Driver's License and later on Sour. Every time in her interview, she would mention how much she inspired by Taylor Swift, how much of a Swiftie she is, and overall how much she loves Taylor Swift as an artist. But the fans started to associate Olivia a little too much with Taylor, saying that she is Taylor Swift's long-lost daughter. And even though it's a great compliment, at a certain point your branding shouldn't be about someone else that's not you. So that's why Olivia kind of like dissociated herself from Taylor Swift, and I feel like Tate McRae should definitely do the same thing. Another thing that falls under like the branding factor is the fact that it's a good and a bad thing actually. The fact that she relies a lot on the 2000 music influences, like the Timbaland sound, Promiscuous, and all of that. It kind of ties a little bit with the Britney Spears comparisons that I've just said. But her having like this sound in Think Later with songs like Greedy and Axes, and her having this sound again in So Close to What, in not to say all of her songs, I feel like it's a good thing because, you know, she can capitalize on this nostalgia factor because these songs in the 2000s were so good, and Timbaland Sounds of Music just hits so much. But I'm kind of quote unquote scared for her next project, because if she only keeps on doing that type of sound, I feel like we will kind of get bored of it one day. And I feel like this type of sound shouldn't be a part of her branding. It can be an era of her artistry, but it shouldn't be a defining factor of who Tate McRae is, if you know what I mean. Only because it's too specific of a sound. And another thing that I've noticed when it comes to her branding and her music, it's that her fandom is kind of divided. You have a part of them who only love the sad songs, the gut-wrenching lyrics when she is being super like vulnerable, and you have this other side that only loves her being like a sassy queen, like Miss Possessive, Don't Touch My Man, more upbeat songs. And the fact that there isn't a merge of these two fandoms, because Tate went from writing sad songs to writing upbeat songs while forgetting her sad songs era, quote unquote. Like she said, sad girl bit got a little boring. I feel like it's quote unquote dangerous for her career if she doesn't find a way to combine these two. Another factor on why I believe Tate McRae is still not a main pop girlie, it's due to her label. I, como se dice, hate RCA so much as a label because they are notorious for allegedly ruining their artist's career. We've seen that with Normani, with Tinashe, and the list goes on. And I've talked about like the whole RCA curse in my video talking about Plastic Hearts by Miley Cyrus. But here's some examples on why I believe that her label is ruining her. For example, when she performed at MSG like last summer, and she like performed for the first time It's Okay, I'm Okay, and everyone in the crowd was so excited, all TikTok was like so excited for her to release the song, and she fucking released it a month later. What do you mean? Why are you doing that? Why are you not releasing the song while everyone is hyping about it? Don't get me wrong, like It's Okay, I'm Okay did good like in the charts, but it could have been so much better. It could have almost had like a little Greedy moment. And talking about Greedy should have had like the espresso moment like Sabrina did when she released the song Espresso, but Tate didn't when she released Greedy. And it's like so frustrating because I know that she has what it takes to be a main pop girly, but there's still little things to modify for her to be in that place. And it sucks that her own label isn't helping her. And also, this girl is booked and busy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for her. She's getting her coins. We love that. The fact that this girl literally never has a break, and she's like going on tour. While she's on tour, she's promoting a new album. She releases the new album. She's going on tour again. She's promoting a new album, releasing the album and going on tour again. Like, she has been doing that for the past like 2 years and a half, and I'm like, girly pop, you need a break. And by overworking her so much, I feel like, first of all, it's not good for her mental health. And like, how can she be creative if all she does is working so much? And the fact that she has been having this train of life, it's kind of like reflecting on her 2 previous albums, Think Later and So Close to What, on how they have such similar themes and like storylines, which some may say that of course it's normal, it's So Close to What is the following album to Think Later, but nowadays pop music, when there's so many artists who are working for this main pop girly title, I feel like you cannot allow yourself to release two albums that are so similar without them being different in concepts, if you know what I mean. Like, for you may give a counter argument by saying, oh, but Taylor Swift did that with Folklore and Evermore, but back then there weren't as many main pop girlies as there are today, and also it's fucking Taylor Swift, like, come on. She worked her ass off to be able to, like, do something like that. And by saying that, I'm not saying that So Close to What is a bad album at all. It's just, I'm just imagining myself, what if she releases the next album and it has, again, the same themes and the same, like, concept, because all she does is fucking go on tour and work, and she's being booked and busy, and I'm happy for her, but, like, she needs a break. She needs a break to kind of, like, reset and, like, live some new experiences and grow and be able to, like, get inspired in new things. You know what I mean? And also, talking about her team, whoever is in her PR and marketing team, please, like, stop treating Tate McRae as if she's just another, like, TikTok artist. I'm sick and tired of Tate McRae. Every time that she want to tease a new song, she's, like, pulling up her phone and she's, like, singing the chorus, and she's like, oh my god, do you want that? And people are so hyped, and she releases the song 3 weeks later. Like, please treat her like a quote-unquote real artist. Put some fucking billboards, put some fucking publicity on Spotify, like, do other things than treating her like a TikTok artist, because you know what, people will treat her like a quote-unquote TikTok artist, and she can never reach the main pop girly because of that, because no one else does that. Like, it may have worked in 2020 and 2021, maybe even 2022, but now in 2025, having the same promotional pattern for 5 years, it's like, why are they not evolving? Why are they not being creative? Like, they need to treat her as a fucking main pop girly for people to think that she's a main pop girly. You should put on the budget in Tate McRae. And you may think to yourself, well, putting, like, promotion on Spotify and, like, billboards and stuff, it costs so much money, and if she's able to do that quote unquote for free while promoting it on TikTok, like, why wouldn't she do that? Well, that's why she's not a main pop girly. That's all I have to say. Like, and not only I'm tired of her, well, mainly her team, using the same promotional tactics for 5 years, the fact also that she is promoting her songs using only the verse, using only the chorus, where in pop usually the chorus is the best part, so of course she may use the chorus, but you gotta be careful if you have songs where the chorus is so fucking good but the verses are mid. Like, let's be honest. And the next thing, I don't know if it's her label, if it's her own choice, but, like, the over-sexualization of Tate McRae, you know what? I don't have a problem if it comes from her. If she wants to do that, if that's her own choice. But I'm kind of scared for her. Like, I really treat this girl as a little sister. I don't know why. But, like, if she feels forced to do any of that, that's when I have a problem. Like she said, I watched her recent episode with Jake Shane, where she said the quotes, "Am I feeling sexy or am I being sexualized?" And I feel like when she said that quote, I felt so sad, because in my opinion, I may be wrong, but if you question yourself, are you feeling sexier or are you being sexualized? I feel like you have your answer. And I'm not accusing the label, allegedly, But I'm accusing the label, allegedly. You know, if it's not like her own personal choice, please leave your label. I bet it's not an easy thing, but I just feel so bad and I just want to protect her at all costs. That was all I had to say. And I feel like I can end this video on that note. Again, this is not a hateful video at all. Like I said, I weirdly treat Tate McRae as if she was like my little sister. I don't know why. But I only wish her the best. I only want her to become one day a main pop girlie. And the day that it happens, I will be front row. If the tickets aren't like $1,000 on Ticketmaster. So on that note, I hope you have a beautiful night of sleep. I love you. Take care. Au revoir.